2023, something noteworthy happened in our neighbourhood. A new cafe opened right at the foot of our office building. It was closer than the walk to our previous regular coffee shop, making it easy to pop down in between consultations. Over time, the baristas got to know our coffee orders by heart, making it an even quicker and more enjoyable process. This new cafe stayed open until 5 p.m, unlike other coffee shops in the area that closed at 3 p.m. And not only that, the owner was an Italian-born pastry chef. Need I say more? I've never considered myself to be a connoisseur of pastries, nor have I ever had a strong desire to eat donuts. Sure, I've enjoyed the odd Krispy Kreme, but I don't remember ever stopping at a petrol station or a supermarket specifically to buy one. I actually can't recall the first time I ate a Krispy Kreme or how I felt during those first few bites. I can, however, tell you about the first time I ate a sugar-coated donut from the Italian pastry chef's cafe. The donut was freshly baked and still warm. The aroma was irresistible. Its golden brown exterior was generously dusted with sugar. The outside was perfectly crunchy while the inside was soft and fluffy. So just like that, literally overnight, I had a new favourite cafe. My team and I became regulars, so much so that sometimes the cafe staff would reward our loyal business with free biscotti. We ate Sicilian French toast with mixed berry compote and ricotta, porcini, truffle, arancini balls, and authentic flaky sfogliatelli. Note, now is probably a good time to mention that I am in no way affiliated with this cafe, nor is there any incentive for me to promote their delicious food, other than the fact that they might read this and add some extra whipped cream to our Sicilian French toast. As the days went on, my desire for baked goods developed. I started craving something new, exciting, and delicious. I'd feel it in the afternoon, usually around 3 p.m. I wasn't necessarily hungry. I wasn't short of food. In fact, I often brought in food from home, and I always had access to instant coffee at the clinic. But whether it had been a stressful day, a busy day, a slow day, or a boring day, the circumstances were always just right for me to justify buying a snack. Suddenly, this Italian cafe served as a defining example of the power of a particular chemical in our brain. This was dopamine in action. Dopamine, often dubbed the reward chemical, is what our brain produces to reinforce a positive experience. I experienced a dopamine release when I ate that first sugar-coated donut. It told my brain and body, hey, this is great. It tastes good and it feels good to eat it. But dopamine does more than just tell us when something feels good. It also drives our behaviour to seek out that reward and pleasure in the future. It tells our brain, hey, this is great, let's do it again. My dopamine is thus activated not only when I'm eating the donut, but when I'm sitting in the clinic at 3 p.m, considering if I should go down to the cafe for a mid-afternoon snack. It's even activated when I gaze longingly at the cafe's front display cabinet as I walk past on my way into work. What makes the pursuit of these particular donuts even more enticing is that they're always changing. Some days they'll be filled with hazelnut cream. Other days it'll be pistachio. Variety and unpredictability are exciting to the brain and activate the dopaminergic pathways. This is dopamine in action. It reinforces what feels good and drives us to seek out more of it. This can be wonderful, but it can also be dangerous. The dopamine drive is typically quick, automatic, and unconscious. It raises questions about how much choice and free will over our behaviours we really have. Are we truly as in control of our actions as we think we are? And what can we do to resist the pull of dopamine, which can be a very primal force? Life is full of paradoxes. At times, it's complex, messy, and chaotic.